Hey guys, Crewman here, and this is an off-the-cuff, fast video that I'll be dropping, as I did not expect this updated Rigel miner to come at the same day as the Lithium ASIC news. So anyway, I want to get this out for you guys so you can see the comparison between the latest Rigel miner and the past Rigel miner 1.18.0 and the last 1.0 miner. So I'll have those comparisons right now after a word from our sponsors. Crypto Miner Bros is your one-stop shop for all your ASIC needs. From smaller home ASICs, which is what I personally recommend. You know, my personal favorite is the Jazz Miner X16Q, and another one that I just did a video review on, the KS0 Ultra, which, you know, low risk, low reward, is the perfect kind of home ASIC that I would look into to branch into ASIC mining. Prices are all shipped to your door, and if you use Crewman, you get $70 off your first KS0 Ultra purchase, and I think it works with other ASICs as well, for a total of $380 shipped to your door. If you're looking for ASICs, Crypto Miner Bros is your one-stop shop for all your ASIC needs. Alright, so as you can see, Rigal 1.18.1 gives you an updated performance and efficiency improvements on Xelis. So let's put that to the test and see how it goes. So the first one I want to show you is the RTX 3070. Apologies for the slow motion, but you need to see it. This is the Rigel Miner 1.18.0 power usage for a 3070. You can see the jump is from like 98 to 105. It's not that bad. So I want you to look at that. Okay, now this is Rigel Miner 1.18.1. Look at that. Look at the power jump. Now let me slow that down for you guys. Okay, now this is at half speed. You can see it's basically jumping from about 100 to 117. To give you an idea, let me go ahead and show you 1.0 miners again. Alright, so you can see 1.0, this is from the last comparison video I did, and the power fluctuation is very similar to the latest Rigel, but it's still more than I would prefer, but I just wanted to show you both of these so you can compare all three. Okay, so now that you've seen the one thing that I don't like about Rigel 1.18.1, which is the fact that the power spikes a lot more, let me show you the positives of using it. Besides the fact that Rigel Miner is generally a lot more stable than 1.0, and so far updating my farm, I have not had any issues, where I had a few with 1.0. Alright, so first let's show you the 3070 that I did most of my testing on, as it's just the only one that's out. So you can see here that with this 3070, I tested Rigel Miner 1.18.0, 1.0, the latest release, and Rigel Miner 1.18.1 using the same overclocks. And you can see what we have right there. And you can see the difference right here. I made the windows a little smaller so you could tell the difference. But you can see that the power is essentially the same, plus or minus a few watts farm-wide. Rigel 1.18.1 seems to use a tiny bit more watts, but you can see we go from 25 kilohash on average to 32 kilohash on average for basically the same power. So quite a massive jump on the 3070s. And this is the rest of the 30 series minus the 3070 Ti, but this will give you basically a clear picture of how the 30 series goes. Again, this video was filmed kind of fast because I wanted to get it out to share with you guys. So you can see Rigel 1.18.0 on the top, 1.0 in the middle, and you can see that 1.0 obviously gave you significant improvements, in my opinion, over Rigel 1.18.0. And then Rigel 1.18.1 gives you a slight performance uplift. I mean, you go from, for example, you go from on the 3090, you go from about 49 to 51, and on the 3080s, you go from about 38 to 42. And the 3060 Ti, you go from about 30 to 31 to 32 for about the same power usage. So the efficiency does improve again, and you also get the stability bonus of Rigel Miner 1.18.1 over 1.0. So overall, on the 30 series, it is an absolute win for Rigel Miner. Now, one thing I do want to note quickly is for the CMP 170HXs, you actually gain efficiency, but you lose hash rate unless you crank the clocks up on these things. Rigel Miner has already told me that he is working on a fix for this, and this was unintended. So basically, any HBM card you do not want to upgrade. So like your CMP 100-210s, you want to roll back to the last Rigel Miner and keep it at 1.18.0. And I wouldn't upgrade those to the 10s either. So old Rigel is still the best for any HBM NVIDIA cards. So moving on to the 40 series, this rig will cover the entire 40 series suite of cards that I have, so I don't really have to show anything else. But this is comparing 1.18.0 to the latest 1.0 miner. Now remember, if you saw my last video, I said I think I foobarred my overclocks before. So I went and changed them back to see the difference. So you can see the difference right here that obviously 1.0 has a slight edge. Well, I would say it's a little more than slight. It's a relatively decent edge in terms of efficiency for the 40 series cards. As you can see, the bottom is 1.0 and the top is Rigel. Now let's compare, now that we know that Rigel 1.18.0 is not worth mining with on the 40 series, let's compare 1.0 to 1.18.1. And you can see using the same overclock settings, while Rigel Miner has a slight disadvantage in terms of efficiency, the hash rate settings are a lot better. So it basically just depends if you want to run ultra efficient on the 40 series or get more hash. I personally think I would rather run 1.18.1 over 1.0 because A, it's more stable, and B, if you look at the four 4070s, for example, you can see the efficiency numbers. I'm getting almost 25% more hash, and you can see the efficiency numbers are very, very similar on the 4070s. You know, they're maybe like 10% worse, and you're getting 20% more hash. And then if you look at the 4070 Ti's, you can see that we're getting about 20% more, maybe 18%-ish more. I'm kind of winging it right now. And you can see the efficiency on Rigel is about 324 and 337 versus 347 and 364. So you're not losing that much in terms of efficiency, and you're gaining a lot in terms of raw hash. So I think that the 40 series is a win for Rigel Miner in terms of which one you should use. So that's really it for this video. The one thing I did want to say though is, as long as you are okay with the power fluctuations of Rigel Miner, the latest Rigel Miner compared to the last one, I think it's fine. Honestly, I don't have an issue with it, as I prefer the stability that you get with Rigel Miner over 1.0 miner. Now I think, you know, before it was kind of a trade-off of you take the stability issues of 1.0 with the improvement and you run with it, but now you can kind of get both of those. But I do want to note that if you are crazy about power fluctuations and stability, 1.18.0 may be the best for you. But I can't really think of a situation where I'd want to run 1.18.0 over 1.18.1. There's a lot of 1.1s and blah, blah, blah. Unless you're running 170 HXs. But I wanted to just make that clear. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. This was a fast video, but thank you again to our sponsor, Crypto Miner Bros, for letting me get this one out. Please like and subscribe for more GPU, CPU, and occasional ASIC content. Croup Man, out.